In this video, we're going to combine several tools we've learned throughout this course to transform a shirt into a dress. We will be creating a baby doll dress. If you would like to follow along with the BW file, there is also a specification sheet you can refer to from the download section. We will begin from this t-shirt. Let's focus on the bodice first. We do not need the neckband, so we can delete the neckband pattern. We will also select the sleeve patterns and uncheck Use in 3D. Before making any changes to the pattern, let's pick a more suitable fabric so we can monitor the draping and fit of the garment more accurately while making pattern adjustments. We will use the poplin fabric from the Cloud library. We need to adjust the neckline of the garment. To do so, let's use the pen tool and draw a slit. Next, we will convert this internal line to an edge. Note, we must ensure to change this point to a corner point. Here is a tip. If we want to ensure the slit remains in place while we make the rest of the adjustments, you can stitch the slit like this and increase the stitch release to about 90%. Next, let's draw the marking for the panels using the pen tool. Remember, you can change these internal lines into cut marks and change the fabrics or colors so you can visualize and adjust the changes. We also need to add a yoke. Create a line on the back bodice pattern to mark the position of the yoke. Remember that you can use the extend/shrink to edges to ensure that the lines go all the way to the edges. After we are satisfied with the placements, we use divide to split the patterns along the cut marks. The divided pattern on the front bodice has lost its symmetry, so let's delete one side and create symmetry again. Here's another tip. If you create the piece symmetry within the clusters in the arrange mode, like this, your patterns will already be arranged automatically. Great! Now we have created all the parts we need. To make it easier, we can delete all the stitches and restitch the panels. Let's see the simulated results. Looking at the front armhole, there seems to be a lot of excess. Let's do the slash and close to remove the excess. To do so, we must use the slash and spread function in the insert tool. Remember that if you want to close instead of spread, you must click twice on the same position while placing the slash line. We will adjust this by 4 centimeters. Type -4 centimeters in Start on the context view. Ensure the edge is smooth after implementing the slash and close. Now the garment fits much better. Before adding fullness to the dress, we'll lengthen it first. We can use the slide option to adjust the front panels first to decide what length we want. Then check measurements on the front panels and adjust the back bodice length using in-graph dimensions according to the front bodice length. This is to make sure the measurements match. Now we can adjust the fullness of the dress using slash and spread. For the front middle panel and back bodice, we are adding fullness on both the top and bottom of the patterns. For the side panels, we are only adding fullness to the bottom of the pattern. We can adjust the amount of fullness until we are satisfied and implement spread on all the patterns. You can use reduce points to reduce the amount of intermediate points after implementing the spread, and it also helps smooth the curve. The last step is the sleeves. We would like to create a sleeve that ends on the front and back armhole notch. Measure the opening of the front armhole and the back armhole. We can save a ruler for easy reference. Using these measurements, we will create notches on the sleeves so we'll know where we need to slice the pattern. We will use the pen tool to draw a new hemline across the sleeve, from the front sleeve notch to the back sleeve notch. Next, slice the pattern. Select the sleeves and ensure Use in 3D is selected. We can now stitch the sleeve to the bodice. Here's another tip. To make it easier to stitch, change the notches on the front and back armholes to corner points. To finish off, we can add the materials, adjust the grid size, and finalize the styling to complete the garment. And that's how you transform a t-shirt into a baby doll dress. For more information, check out Browswear Help Center.